welcome to this episode of G Bear's Off-Grid Ways, a homestead in the desert. And we're going to do the unboxing out of one of number 3 total batteries from WattCycle. These are 48 volt, 100 amp hour batteries, golf cart batteries. And there's a great story that goes on behind these. So let me get this one out of the box while I put you on pause. And you know what? I'll leave you on while I cut the box open. But then I'll have to cut you off because I have to move the camera in order to get this thing out of the box. These batteries weigh 70 pounds each, so they're no little lightweights. So, as you can tell by the title of this video, this is a great thing that a company is doing to help out me in my time of need when they notice that somebody else or another battery company has been neglecting to help me with the situation of their batteries failing. So, with no other alternative, WattCycle and Jennifer and her manager came forward and said, we're going to help you out. We're not going to leave you dangling as winter approaches you out there in the desert. And so they did. So this is what I got, is the 48 volt, 100 amp hour golf cart battery, the JC. All right. So this is number 1 of 3 that they sent me. And there's the M8 bolts and the protective caps and the heavy-duty styrofoam top cover. I'll get that out of the way. And then the battery is inside of here. Now these come with monitors. I think that's right down here. And these monitors will plug in on the front side here, and then they allow you to see what's going on in the battery at any time that you'd like, which is a really nice feature. Now these are smart batteries and they do have Bluetooth. Okay, with the Bluetooth in these, there was a problem earlier in the year that connecting smart batteries in parallel was causing one battery to discharge while the other 2 sat idle, and then move to the next battery when that one was low, and move to the next one when that one was low. So once that was discovered, within 48 hours, I think it was 48 hours. It might have even only been 24 hours because WattCycle jumped right on it right away and they got it fixed, and they issued a beta app that allowed you to change a setting on the BMSs in these to accept each other and work as one solid battery when in parallel. Well, they had that released as a beta, like I said, 1 to 2 days after the word came out that there was a problem. They got right on it. This company not only stands behind their products and their customers, they even stand behind me to help me with a problem that I'm dealing with here, because winter is coming and the other batteries that I have, which you can see in another video, have gone into a failure mode and they don't last through the night. So I go to bed when the sun sets, I've got 100% in the battery, and then within 30 seconds after the sun sets and is no longer on the panels, it just all of a sudden drops down to 40%. And then I get through the night and I wake up with 20 to 30% in the batteries with running absolutely nothing. Now, once I turn on an electric heater, that's just not going to cut it. It ain't going to make it through the night. So stand by while I get this one out and get it hooked up to a charger and get it started on charging. And then I'll get the second one, do the same thing, and the third one do the same thing. So stand by, everybody. I'm going to pause you while I get this thing going. Okay, so I just turned the charger on, and it says we're at 38% on the shipping voltage of this battery, which is a good thing. And I'm using my WattCycle smart charger, 48 volt, 15 amp. So this is going to take a while to charge, and I want to get it charged while the sun is out because I'm running off of those bad batteries, and once the sun sets, I won't be able to use the power in here on this charger because it does draw quite a bit of current. So I'll have to unplug it and finish it in the morning if it doesn't make it through before sunset. But that's what the monitor looks like. It doesn't flash like that. That's just because I'm filming at I'm not sure if I got it set for 30 feet per second or 60 feet per second, but that's what happens when that's going on. So 38% right now is what they ship it at, and we're doing just fine. And we're going to let this thing charge up. I got the other one down here, and the first one is already charged and carried out to the battery room. So I'm going to pause again and stay tuned for more information. Well, hello everybody! Welcome back to Chi-Bear's Off-Grid Ways, a homestead in the desert. And a song comes to mind right now is Oh Happy Days, Oh Happy Days. Yeah, today is happy days. You know why? You remember that surprise I was promising you? I was going to get to you this week? Well, here's the surprise. WattCycle to the rescue. So, the WattCycles are all in here, 3 of them. But, Jennifer made sure that I got 3 of these over here to save my butt. Thank you very much, Jennifer. So these are now connected and running through that, and those are disconnected and running through nothing. So those will come out of there one at a time. And just for the heck of it, I will probably take them all apart for one, and then test them, each one 12 volts battery one at a time, to do a capacity load on them and see what I get. And then I'll have some ammunition. But right now, I am happy. They're all within 1/10 of the voltage. There is something I have to check on today, and that is the new app. I want to know if the new app with the ability to do the changes on the BMSs for parallel connections, because these are now in parallel. So I want to know if I need to use the app on these new batteries, or if they've already been programmed in the BMSs so it's not needed. Now you can see my batteries are all at 100%, and there's only this third battery, or first and third battery are 1/10 or 1/10 of a volt less than the center battery. So that's not anything, 1/10 of a volt. But I'd like to see them all the same if that's at all possible. So anyway, the system is up and running. The system is charging like it's supposed to. Everything is working the way it's supposed to right now, and I like that. My 48 volt charger is down here. I did not tie it into this system because I really don't think I'll need it. because right now each one of these, it says 48 volts on them, 100 amp hour. These are actually 51.2 volts each, 100 amp hour. So 3 of them in parallel gives me 51.2 times 300 amp hour. That's a lot of watt hours. Anybody want to do the math and leave it in the comments below? And I'll check your math later. So anyway, that's what's going on here. I put this new shelf in just for these batteries. And my other Watt Cycle 200 amp hour BMS that's sitting in with a 200 amp BMS that's sitting right there. That may end up getting switched down to here. That runs the lights in the cabin, but it's really not needed. That thing runs just some lights for a few hours every night, and a 100 amp hour battery is more than enough for that task. So just perfectly set up now. I like it. So what do y'all think? Isn't this great? Yes, sirree. And I registered the warranty on all 3. Of course, don't know why I did that, because I didn't buy them. And just outstanding. I am really, really happy. Now, you can see by the size of my hand how big these things are. Alright, so my hand is 4 inches wide. 1, 2, 3. So they're almost 12 inches across that way. And I would say probably 21 inches that way. This is my guess. I haven't looked at the paperwork on it. But I do want to get this onto video today, because I've already done the unboxing video and that kind of stuff. It's all been done, so I can put them all together today and get them posted for tonight's video. But before I do all of that, I've got to go into the shop and get ready to do my What Is It Wednesday video for you guys. So let's see what we got going on here on the screen. Got 209 coming in on PV2, 210 coming in on PV1. So we got full batteries at 54.3, and we got 120 volts feeding the cabin, and it's just before 2 p.m. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I got this feeling inside of me like I want to run outside, jump in the air, and click my heels together and yell, Yahoo! I feel so much better now going into the winter with reliable power for the cabin. Heater time is coming soon. I never have to worry about the other battery down there, because that's the charger for it, and it's at 14.3, so plenty of power there. But just beautiful. Really, really beautiful. I love it. I really love it. It does say battery's full too, and I like that. Because they say 100%. That says 100%. Everything says 100%. Yeah. All except for those. Just from charging battery number 3 from 8 o'clock this morning until just about a half hour ago, those batteries were down to, and this is through the Victron shunt monitor, those batteries were down to 43%, and I let them stay on there to start charging, and I got them up to 53%, and then I said, you know what am I wasting my time for? Just do the disconnect, connect everything down here, and go from there. Now these cables are 2 gauge, and they came from my old lead acid batteries. I will probably, if I ever get the money, I will probably order brand new cables and put brand new cables on here, because I had to polish these up on a wire wheel. They were really corroded, and on some of them I had to pull the ends off and put do shrink tube on there, because the shrink tubes were like this, all shredded. This one I didn't bother to do with, because I said, you know what, I'm probably going to be replacing them anyway, and that's not going to hurt anything. It's a negative cable. So what do you think, everybody? Isn't that cool? WattCycle to the rescue. That company has got the most integrity of any company I've ever associated with in my life. And I've associated with a lot of companies in my life. But these guys are, and gals, sorry about that, Jennifer, if you're watching. These guys and gals over there, they don't leave you hanging. Not like those guys. Those guys leave me hanging. They wanted me to turn the batteries in and wait a week for them to do testing on them, and then they'd send me new ones. So minimum 2 weeks, if they didn't have to go back to China, but I think they would only go to Michigan. But still, 2 weeks without power, that's what they want to do for me. So when I told that to my rep on sales rep on WattCycle, and WattCycle said, I think we can help you out. And they did. And they bailed me out of a really, really nasty situation. I'm so happy that this is done now, and I can sleep better at night. I'm going to be really curious as to what the power is before bed with this thing running normally like it would normally run at everything in the cabin, because those, as soon as the sun sets, those drop down to 40% charge, 43%, 44% charge. And I had to leave everything off except my fridge and freezer and a couple of clocks for the night, to get up in the morning with 40 something volts left in the system. I wasn't happy with that. And I had it set up so that both the Victron shunt and monitor and the SunGold power were both reading the same voltages when I got up in the morning. So it was not the SunGold power, it was the batteries. And I'm curious to see what they do for load tests for each individual ones. And I'm going to take a mailing label for my printer, and I'm going to stick a sticker on these things and write on it what the results are for each battery when I do them. And then when I do send them back for replacement, I don't care if they take 2 or 3 weeks, because I got power. I was saved by WattCycle. And somebody just said, he's just taking a wild guess, but he thinks I like WattCycle. No, I don't like WattCycle. I love WattCycle. And any of you out there that have been with me for a long time, you know I don't hold back. When I want to say something, I say it. And these people are the best. Trust me when I say that. I don't care what any other YouTubers say about them. They are the best. Anyway, this is G-Bear reminding you, thumbs up, share, subscribe, and on the comment section, if you slide your finger to the left, it'll go to another page that allows you to hype the video. Give me some hypes out there. I'd appreciate it. Thanks, everybody. This is G-Bear signing off.